Erica James with the Erica James Band.
I'm Justin Combs with the Erica James Band.
And you're watching OKC It.
Yeah.
I play a 5-string electric violin.
And I'm Justin Combs. I'm the drummer.
It's instrumental. It's it's very rocky edge. It's got a Celtic jazz kind of sound to it. It's kind of hard. A lot of people say it sounds a lot like Trans-Siberian Orchestra. We get that a lot. A lot of people say straight up metal. Like we had one guy freaking out. He's like, metal! So everybody has their different views on what it sounds like or what it reminds them of. And
Kind of a hard thing. It doesn't really have a genre to it, I guess you would say.
yeah,
Like she's saying, it's kind of an instrumental, Celtic gypsy, jazz, hard rock, fusion kind of a thing.
I guess that what makes this different is the fact that we have created our own genre, basically, and it just kind of came by as accident, really. I mean, you get a father-daughter acoustic group, acoustic guitar, violin meets heavy metal, and it just kind of formed into its own genre. It's what everybody seems to like about it.
Creative process, it's got a couple of different, sometimes it could be the entire band together, just kind of bouncing ideas off each other. Sometimes it'll be like her dad would bring something in, like something he's written, and then everybody will throw their ideas at that. We'll just kind of all have a sit down, brainstorming, basically just on what's going on, and end up coming up with something else from there.
A jam,
just
or
adding things to whatever somebody brought to the table.
Yeah, and then one will hear something like, "Ooh, let's try this," or or we'll just start out with a jam, and then we'll wind up hearing and kind of predicting where each other's going to go or what they're hearing, and it just kind of just forms itself. Really, it's a lot of fun, actually.
For me, it's just a love of playing music. I love playing music, and that's why I do it. It's not necessarily ever really been in it for a whole bunch of money and all that. I like playing music, and that's why I do it.
Pretty much say for me, I love to write, compose, and love music, and love trying different things, and it's a great escape, from, just if you're angry or upset, it's just a great escape to be able to put your emotion into you can grab your instrument and play and just let it all out there, and before you know it, you've got a song, and, everybody's wanting to hear it, and they can it's kind of hard to explain. I guess you're kind of creating your own story, basically, musically, and then with other people that have their own story, when they go to hear it, they can just kind of identify with it, yeah. ReverbNation.com/Erica James, Facebook.com/Erica James Foster, www.ericajameslive.com, and then of course you can find us all over YouTube.
Which one probably benefits you the most, would you say?
As far as the websites, or probably either the ericajameslive.com or Facebook. Our current release is Tempest Coming Full Circle. It's got the works electric guitar, drums, full-blown drums. It has percussion, classical guitar, acoustic guitar, of course the violin, and it's basically how we came with the title is, it started out as my father and I really wanted to learn from this violinist, Bobby Flores, country fiddle player. And basically, when I was younger, like 12, 15, I got a few lessons from him. He started teaching me, and we got coming full circle because he's the one that actually produced and engineered, and he was also recording on that album with me, and my dad as well. So the last album was just my dad and I, and we had percussion and bass. It was more of a kind of laid-back acoustic gypsy, whereas it's not as driving, not as hard as our current CD. So very different. as far as we can. Just play to where we're making it, you know, our day job. We're extremely busy and just playing every single day, every single night. Pretty much. We will be at Moose Fest the 27th, actually. Yes, we are looking forward to that. That's going to be very exciting. Really looking forward to that one. Rock and roll.
Just hope they all get to come out and experience it. I hope they like what they hear and just that's about it.
Yeah.